Drake is sick of people calling him lonely and emotional. So Drake recently stopped by the Canadian talk show Q, and there he revealed, quote, "I'm so sick of people saying that I'm lonely and emotional and associating me with this longing for a woman. It bothers me so much." He then explains, "I do make music that makes you feel something, but I'm actually not that guy in real life. I'm very happy." And then he went on to talk about how he feels like he's not getting enough credit or recognized as much in the music industry. He shares, quote, "What bothers me most is sometimes I feel like I don't get enough credit because I'm not enough of a loose cannon. People just want me to go off more and lose my composure. That's not me. I'm a naturally poised individual. I don't want to come out making mistakes." Thoughts, 5 words or less.
You deGrasked for it.
That's so good.
Boo friggin' who?
Yeah.
Last name ever, first name lamest. I don't even think that. I just thought it was clever.
It is clever. But your response is emotional. His response was, he's complaining.
Yeah, it's so
and
sad.
it's so emotional.
I'm not emotional.
Like, I'm not emotional.
And he says things like, "I'm so sick and this bothers me so much." It just comes off really emotional. So it's not really helping your case, just saying. I don't think it's a bad thing to be emotional, but it's not helping your case.
And it's also something where if you put one side of your personality or whatever it is out there for the public to consume, you can't then be shocked when people think that's who you are.
Right, I
Yes.
very much agree with
Yeah,
that.
what
And
she
it can be
said.
very frustrating as like an artist when people assume that, you know, like, but then, you know,
Could be
that's just,
worse.
yeah, there's so many worse
Women
things.
love
than
that.
Would you
I
rather
mean,
have people thinking you're
you're a
like
dick?
Kanye? You know what I mean? Even though we've heard that Kanye is apparently a really great person.
Right.
Like, would you rather have that?
Right.
Or what you are? I think the way that he markets himself and who Drake is as an artist is really great.
And I think
Yeah, I got
every
no problem with
artist-
Drake.
Yeah, I have no
Yeah.
problem with Drake, and I think every artist deals with this.
And also the whole not getting enough
Yes,
recognition
that was my
thing.
next question. What do you
That
think?
part, I kind of feel like you have to give yourself the time that's allotted. It's like saying, comparing yourself to a Jay-Z who's been doing this forever and saying, well, he gets more recognition than I do. Well, yeah, he's been doing this forever.
Yeah, and
great
you're
point.
young money.
And here's the, okay, so he's saying though, he feels like he would have even more street cred or more recognition if he was doing things that are a little bit more
Right,
outlandish.
but he's not that kind of artist.
Exactly.
So what are you?
He's
what do you
complaining
want?
about the industry.
What do
He
you
hates.
want?
I think he hates that the industry is rewarding certain rappers or certain artists because they are doing things that are.
I just don't get it because
outlandish.
people. I think people respect
Me too,
Drake and really
exactly.
admire his like his rapping style. I hear so many people try to sound like Drake these days.
I think
Yeah.
he's in his own head.
Yeah, I
No,
think
don't
that's
know
it.
if you-
No.
No. Okay.
Oh
I-
no, Bree has some
Not
insight.
true. Well, jeez.
Negative
know.
2 points for Brett.
I was just gonna
What? I was just saying. I was teeing her up.
Okay.
Now I want to tear both of you down.
Not me though, right? I'm good.
I'm getting emotional and lonely.
He's channeling his inner Drake.
I know why he feels this way because there are like Twitter like handles that are like,
Oh, really?
I can't say it because it's the N word. Like Drake's the type of blank that Drake's the kind of blank that cries when after sex.
Right, right.
So like there's stuff like that
Okay.
going on, and so I'm sure he sees that,
Oh.
and it's really kind of sad.
It's funny.
It actually is the perfect
be
way
so
to get
much
him.
worse.
To ruin because it's not that bad.
Right, but I understand why he's upset that they're not taking him seriously.
And there are some like digs that once you hear them, you're like, oh my gosh, that takes
true.
them down. But I don't think that applies to Drake because like you can still turn on his music and enjoy it.
Yeah.
I think at the end of the day, though, especially when you're an artist or a celebrity or you're in the limelight, you kind of have to grow a thicker skin. You can't be overly sensitive to what you consider to be a negative, or negative perception of yourself, especially when it's not that negative.
Right.
I agree with you, but at the same time, I kind of like that he's that sensitive.
Lonely and emotional?
No, sensitive.
He's sensitive.
He's a sensitive artist.
Yeah,
and,
he really is.
And he's a really good artist, and I think that sensitivity has a lot to do with that. And
But he's not
being
emotional,
vulnerable and putting yourself out there in a sensitive way. I'm just trying to
Okay.
stick up for him. so.
Yeah, what do you guys think about Drake thinking that everybody thinks he's lonely and emotional? Do you guys agree? Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. Don't forget to subscribe. We'll see you all next time on Pop Trigger.